Hey there! Welcome to today's episode where we're diving into something super important but often overlooked in community living, the Communications Committee at Sterling Lakes.
Oh wow, I've heard about that committee, but honestly, I never really knew what they did. So this episode's all about clearing that up?
Exactly! Think of it like this. If you've ever wondered who decides what gets posted on Town's Queue, who writes those emails, or why there's now a YouTube channel called The Classroom, then this is for you.
Got it. So what's the big deal about communication anyway? Why should a whole committee be dedicated just to that?
Great question. Let's start with why communication matters. Imagine a community like Sterling Lakes without clear communication. It can lead to confusion, frustration, maybe even conflict. People might interpret things wrongly or just feel left out.
Yeah, I can see that. Like when neighbors argue over something that was never really explained clearly, right?
Bingo! Poor communication can create rumors or tension. Now contrast that with clear, consistent communication. Residents feel informed, respected, and actually involved.
That sounds nicer. And I guess this is especially important in a property owners association because there's a lot going on.
Exactly. Sterling Lakes has board meetings, compliance rules, budgets, projects, vendor contracts, community events, you name it. That's a lot of moving parts that can feel overwhelming if not shared clearly.
So the communications committee helps break all that down?
You nailed it! Their main job is to take those complex governance topics and turn them into everyday language that everyone can understand and use.
So what is the communications committee exactly? Is it part of the board?
Good point to clarify. The Communications Committee is an advisory group appointed by the POA board. It supports the board by providing input and handling communication, but does not replace the board or make legal decisions.
Oh, so they're kind of like the community's information team?
Yes, that's a perfect analogy. Their job is to make sure everyone understands what's happening in the community, why it's happening, and where residents can find answers.
Who's on this committee?
They're volunteers from the community residents who care about transparency and clear communication. The board appoints them because they want to make sure communication stays open and honest.
It's cool that residents get involved. But what do they actually do all day? Like, what would a typical task be?
Great curiosity. Their day-to-day roles include several key things. First, they help with official messages, newsletters, Town's Queue posts, emails, the website, even printed notices. They work to make these clearer and more consistent so people aren't confused by jargon.
Awesome. Sometimes official emails sound like they're written in another language.
Exactly. That's why the committee also translates board actions into plain language. Board meetings can be full of legalese and references to rules called CCRs, which stands for Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions.
Oh, so they explain what the board actually decided, why, and how it impacts residents?
Spot on. They answer questions like, what was decided? Why did it happen? How does it affect me? And what happens next? Making those decisions digestible is a big focus.
Do they just react to things, or plan ahead too?
Another sharp question. The committee is proactive. They create communication plans that might include a calendar of topics, tone guidelines, and consistent ways to share info across platforms.
That sounds very organized. What about education? Does the committee help residents learn about how things work?
Absolutely. They educate residents on stuff like how meetings work, how to request records, understanding the CCRs, the compliance process, hearings, and even how to use community tools like Town's Queue and now YouTube.
Speaking of YouTube, I heard Sterling Lakes has this channel called The Classroom. Is the communications committee behind that?
They sure are. Town's Queue is great for documents and quick posts, but isn't great for hosting videos or audio. That's why the committee launched The Classroom, a YouTube channel where complex topics can be explained with video, graphics, even podcasts.
That's clever. So instead of just reading about something, residents can watch or listen and get a better grasp?
Exactly. It's like switching from reading the instructions to watching a tutorial video. Makes it more engaging and accessible.
So are there any things the communications committee on XWOs doesn't do? Like, do they have the power to enforce rules?
That's important to clear up. The committee does enforce rules, issue violations, approve contracts, spend money without board approval, or act as the board itself.
So they're focused on communication and education, not governance or enforcement.
Perfect summary. Enforcement and legal decisions remain with the board, the association's attorney, and management company.
Thanks for clearing that up. So, if I'm a resident and I want to get involved, what should I do?
You have lots of options. First, subscribe to The Classroom on YouTube so you don't miss new episodes. Watch and share videos with neighbors who might have questions. You can also suggest topics to be covered or even volunteer for the committee if you're interested in writing, design, video, or community engagement.
Wow, That's inclusive. If I've ever thought someone should explain this better, I could actually help make that happen.
Exactly. It's all about building a better informed and connected community.
I can see how this would improve trust too. When people understand what's going on, they're less likely to jump to conclusions or spread rumors.
Right on. Better communication means residents ask more questions, rumors decrease, meetings go smoother, and trust grows between the board and community.
That's the goal, huh? Transparency and trust through education and communication.
Yep, that's the heart of the Communications Committee's mission here at Sterling Lakes.
This has been eye-opening. Before we wrap up, could we recap the main takeaways?
Definitely. The Communications Committee is a resident-driven advisory group supporting clear and transparent communication. They explain board decisions and community policies in plain language using multiple channels.
But they don't enforce rules or replace the board.
Correct. And the Classroom YouTube channel is a key tool they use to deliver educational content in a visual, engaging way.
If someone wants to get involved, the first step is subscribing, watching, and sharing, maybe even volunteering.
Perfect. And by doing that, everyone helps make Sterling Lakes a more informed, connected, and transparent community.
Thanks so much for breaking this down. I feel like I understand a whole part of the community I never really got before.
You're welcome. And thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. Remember, clear communication keeps communities strong.
Can't wait to check out the classroom and maybe even join the committee someday.
That's the spirit. See you next time on The Classroom.
Bye for now.
Bye.